Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Charlie Fibrosis, and I've got an interesting update video for you. So first things first, I do apologize for not having any content over the last few weeks, but I've been incredibly busy. As I look back on the month and the calendar and everything like that, and there's even stuff that I'm going to be busy with this week, as I'm recording this on Sunday the 14th at 5 something. The way that everything is gone is we had the 4th of July on a Thursday, so Royal Crown was off. There was no content made for that night. Friday the 5th was the Cincinnati Reds 150th anniversary, their birthday bash. So you got to go into Great American essentially for free. Parking was reduced. Food was reduced in price. You got to go into the Hall of Fame for free. You got to meet players. You got to meet former players as well. It's weird that they really didn't allow any autographs, which is okay. It is what it is. But yeah. So that happened on the 5th, and then to go into a little bit of backstory as well, for this week at least. I worked every single day. Thursday was Royal Crown, but Thursday the 11th, I was getting ready to go to Kentucky Speedway, I'm sorry, for Friday and Saturday. That's right, I spent my entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and technically even a little bit of Sunday morning at Kentucky Speedway in Sparta. So a little bit of backstory. Back in January, a guy I was talking to on a NASCAR Facebook group was selling tickets, specialty tickets, through BJ McLeod Motorsports, to go to any Xfinity race for a decent price. And with it being kind of early in the year and everything else like that, and just having some personal things happen to me at that time that left me with very open summer plans, if I may be frank, I decided, you know what, why not? The package included getting to go to the garage, so you would get a hot pass. You could be able to watch the race from pit lane. It wasn't really like a VIP super type of thing, like catered lunch or anything else like that, but you got to go and see pit lane. You got to see and watch the race in pit lane if you wanted to. You got to meet some of the team. You got to check out the garage. You got to take photos. You really got a really in-depth fan experience there, and it was really, really cool. But I started thinking about it, and as I was like talking over price negotiation and everything like that, I mean, it was a fixed price, so we were negotiating there, just debating on whether I wanted to do it. I thought of that, and it's like, okay, so I got my 17-year-old brother Grant, who raced in the PPG shootout for AMRA last season, who you guys have heard, I think, before. And then also we have my youngest brother who's 13, and he has actually never got to go to a NASCAR race before. When he was born, he was actually born the last year that we went to Kentucky Speedway when we were season ticket holders. So he never got to go. And even when we went in 2008, I think he was still too young to really go and appreciate it and everything like that. So I talked to the guy, and he talked it over with BJ McLeod and company, and they were like, yeah, what we can do is and what the track permits is you can have anyone 17 and under get into the track for free. No issue whatsoever. The only difference between me and them is because they're minors, they had to get a cold pass, whereas I got a hot pass. So there were little tiny things that they were not allowed to get into, but we found a way to remedy it a little bit. So yeah, I agreed to it, paid for the tickets. They were ordered on like January 15th of 2019. So this has been about 6 months in the making. Um, but we got to experience it all. We got to the track a little bit later than I expected. Had a little bit of issues getting our tickets just because I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. But at the end of the day, we got to go into the garage area. We got to see the cars. I got to see a lot of the paint schemes that were going to be run that night. Grabbed some food. Got some free stuff from, because outside the main gates and everything like that, they had display for Ford, they had display for Chevy, they had display for Toyota, like big areas. They had display for Quaker State, which sponsored the Cup race. They had souvenir haulers, everything. Like you could be able to win stuff just all over the place by playing little games and stuff like that. But Saturday was intended more for my brothers. I've been to NASCAR races before. I've been to Kentucky many times before. I got the VIP experience at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in 2009 through some connections. Like, this was a day more for my brothers than it was more for me. And we had a lot of fun. We got hero cards, we got some autographs. They met Riley Herbst, who's one of the newer drivers in NASCAR. I got a program and I had some drivers sign it, etc. I got some hero cards, and then for the time of the race, we sat down. Actually, before the race started, we also got to walk out onto the racetrack at the start and finish line, and I got to record driver introductions, and we actually got to sign our name on the start and finish line. You could be able to leave little notes and stuff like that on the start and finish line for the fans. Like, really cool stuff. So yeah. So Saturday, I mean, my brothers could not sit on pit lane, but they could sit near pit lane. So we were literally separated by a chain link fence. But they could still see me. I could still see them. I could hand them something over the gate. They could hand something to me back. But we enjoyed it. Each of us actually got a race used lug nut, which is actually kind of cool. So yeah. And then race ended about 10 o'clock. Saw Cole Custer win. I was actually walking to try and leave the facility, and accidentally kind of walked in the path of where the car would pull into victory lane. So I got a really good recording of that, which was awesome. We did actually meet a few drivers that day too. In addition to Herbst, we also met Cole Custer earlier in the day. In addition to Riley Herbst, we also met Cole Custer earlier in the day at the Ford Performance area. We met Chase Briscoe and Austin Cindric. Which, funny enough, I kind of laugh a little bit because all three of those guys had a shot at winning, and initially Cindric had like one of the best cars and was leading a good majority of the early part of the race. Spun it. His day was not over, but he was nowhere near as fast as he was at the beginning of the run. And then Chase Briscoe just raced it up there and was doing really well, and then he ran into an incident or something, and then Cole Custer goes off and wins the race. So we left at about 10, got home at about 2 minutes till midnight, and then we had to get ready for the next day. So to give a little bit of backstory on this one, on Saturday at least, so I found out that my buddy Will Goss, who you guys have seen, Willie GC, just cool dude, and God, I mean, we were talking a little bit about it at the race last night, but it's like we've been friends and known each other for like 3 years now, and it's just absolutely incredible how quickly that time has flown by. Um, but yeah. So he told me that he was going to to the Kentucky race with a couple of friends of his, and I was like, "Oh, cool. Okay, I'm actually going to be in Kentucky on Saturday. Are you going to be there for that race?" And he said, "No." So I just went ahead and pulled the trigger and was like, "You know what? I'll go ahead and buy tickets for it. Will you let me know where you guys are going to be seated?" I didn't get the information regarding that, but at least not initially. But I just went ahead and I got tickets. There was actually a really decent pack, equivalent to what I paid for Friday's race for the Xfinity event, and you got a scanner. And initially, it was just going to be me. I was going to be the only one going, and I wasn't going to take anyone else. I'd rent the scanner. The ticket came bundled with the scanner, free scanner rental, and it was just going to be me. I was going to drive up there, spend the day at Kentucky, hang out with Will, hang out with his friends, and then pack my stuff up and then go home. And then, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I'm taking my brothers to Friday's event. I want to take my dad to Saturday's event. My dad orchestrated all of our Kentucky trips back on the day, and this was the first time that he didn't really have to do that. He could just go to the race on essentially a free ticket because it was a dual package deal. He really wouldn't have to worry about too much. Only thing I asked him to do was, help us out a little bit with some food prep before we go to the racetrack on Friday, and he did the same on Saturday. So thank you, Dad, for that. And I asked if he would please drive home on Saturday night, only because not getting rowdy or anything like that, but just really being tired. And yeah, so it was actually kind of cool. Our seats were located in the second row down near, like, right near the exit of pit lane. So here's the catch fence. Here's like a walking area. Here's row 1. Here's row 2. We were in row 2. So we put the scanners on. We hook up to one another so we can listen into MRN radio and listen into the driver audio or the crew chief audio and everything like that. And eventually I couldn't really figure out how to work the scanner properly. So we just flipped it over to MRN radio and just listened to it the entire time. And it was cool. It was really cool to see, and it was interesting to experience. But after the first stage, I contacted Goss, and he had texted me the location that he was going to be at or seated, and he was just one floor above us. There was an elevator behind us. Had to go up the stairs by about 30 to 35 rows, I think, 30 or 40 rows. Go up an elevator, and then there's another section of seating, and it was so much better. Because when you're down there near the catch fence, first of all, it's kind of hard to see what car is what. You just see a blur for a brief moment. There's a lot of air that's generated when they're all in a pack together like that on the restarts and everything like that. And the biggest problem for me is, my dad wears glasses, I wear sunglasses, and we just kept getting bits of dirt and rubber and probably even rocks thrown up from the racetrack into our faces. And it was just hurting. It was uncomfortable because you would rub your eyebrow and you would get debris in your eye, or you'd think your glasses would be able to protect you, but no, it would just come in at just the right angle to irritate your eye. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go find Will, and we're gonna go sit up there. So we did. We moved up there around. I moved up there at the end of stage 2, I think, and my dad came up for the beginnings of stage 3, and we sat there and we talked and chilled and watched the rest of the race. Saw an amazing finish between Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, and hell, Joey Logano. Joey Logano almost won the thing had the caution not come out with like 5 to go. So, yeah, it was really cool getting to meet Goss. You know, just racing against him for all this time, and this guy got the case with all of the guys that I've raced against, but it's like I built a good friendship with all of them, and we all have been there for one another. There's been crappy moments in our lives that we've turned to one another as a group, and we've just been supportive for one another and really caring towards one another. And we've, you know, joked about some stuff and everything like that, but like we all really care about one another. So let's see here. I've met Goss. I gotta meet some other people coming up soon. So we still have other people to meet. We gotta meet Coy one of these days. We gotta meet DJ. We gotta meet Cody. We gotta meet Dylan. We gotta meet Dejan. We gotta meet Alan. You know, we gotta meet Schmidt. We gotta meet Shane. We gotta meet well, he doesn't race with us, but a guy by the name of John. He's cool. Cole who runs RC Cola. He's a cool as hell dude, and I've only known him for a little bit now, but he's cool as hell, and I'd love to meet him someday. So yeah, got to meet some pretty interesting people, and it was nice getting to meet one of my online friends. So so let me kind of show you what I got as well. So first things first, let me just show you off the shirt. Unfortunately, young Ryan Blaney did not do well last night in the Dex imaging car, which sucks. I really hope that he would have done better. But here's a shirt. Let me grab a couple other things. This is other stuff that I either won or purchased or anything else like that. Got a couple of bags. This one was from Kentucky. This was at the NASCAR fair in Tylersville, which I met Ryan Preece and James Busher at, and then I actually met them again yesterday at Kentucky. And then in regards to other merchandise, won a black Ford shirt that came with that bag, won a white Ford Taurus Show shirt. I don't really know what that means. But there's that at least. I got some hats as well. I got some hats in addition, which I'll show off in a moment. I got a Ryan Blaney 12 hat. I unfortunately cannot find this PPG hat anywhere else. I like to have duplicate should one get destroyed or damaged or whatever the case may be. And I keep a spare in a box put away. So if I go to racetracks or whatever, I got that 12 hat. What else? Also got some other hats. So we've got, and I'll get to show you this in a bit. We got a Junior Motorsports hat. Very, very simple. Reason why I got that is I actually have a Junior Nation hat that I got in 2009, I want to say. And that one is signed by Dale Jr. I don't want to have that destroyed by the weather or rain or whatever the case may be. So I just keep that put away. But if I want to pull for Dale, or if I want to pull for Junior Motorsports, or just any driver in particular, or whatever the case may be, boom, Junior Motorsports hat. In addition, as to the shirts that I showed you earlier with the black Ford, or the white Ford shirt, they were also, for trivia questions, they were throwing out this very simple and cheap looking Ford hat. I actually got a Ford hat back in 2005 when the Truck Series was there, and that one has just been faded due to years of sun, just so much sun, that's turned into a blue-gray color. So, and I actually kind of like this. I mean, it's so simple, and it's such a cheap hat, but I like it. And then, in addition, when I was in Dale Jr.'s trailer, I saw this on Saturday, and I saw this on Friday, and I almost wanted to get it, and I eventually did, but I got this. So, here is a mini Dale Jr. helmet. I almost purchased, I think it was a full-size helmet of this on eBay a while back, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't reasonably push for the money at the time. So I got this mini one. This will actually be much easier to display and put up and everything like that, and it's cool as hell. I really, really like it. The fact that, I mean, I opened it up and I looked around inside of it, but it's like, just how well designed it is, like on the inside, how detailed it is. It's got the chin strap, the visor lifts up. I don't know what you could particularly put in there, like if you ever put like a doll head or something like that, but you know, it is what it is. And then in addition, so something I do have to say is that I very, very much love the style of hats that New Era was putting out last year and this year too. And I wish that they would do more exclusivity with them, because I have to say this, the 940 brand hat from New Era is something that I really, really like. It's just so comfortable. So they had a deal where if you bought, I think it was like $50 worth of Dale Jr. merchandise, you would get a Dirty Mo shirt. And unfortunately, when I went and got the shirt, which I don't know where I put it, that shirt, they only had it in a small. So I'm probably going to have to use that as a flag or something like that. But I like that they have this Dale Jr. shirt. It is technically Junior Motorsports and everything like that, but it does have Dale Jr.'s name printed on the back. And this, oh, this is so comfy. I just love the way that these hats feel. They're just cool, light, comfy, fit to your head, really, really nice, and they're adjustable. So yeah. So yeah, I bought a shirt for Blaney with the PPG colors on it, which is my favorite scheme that he's run. Bought some hats, bought some merch, won some merch, and then just kind of going forward, I'm thinking about other things I want to do. The way that things are kind of gone in my life is, in delicate terms, I've had a lot more free time ahead, with some events that have transpired, and I don't know. I'll bear with you and be honest in that I kind of want to, you know, kind of see what I can do in my 20s. I'm only 24, and I'll be turning 25 next year. But I think more than anything, if I use this year and maybe the next year to still just kind of have fun, still need to be responsible and everything like that, but actually go out and do things and experience things. Maybe maybe some of the things that I don't have in my life right now will kind of just fall into place, or make things better, you know. And more than anything, you know, I've still got a lot of time ahead to live, and I don't need to have everything like nailed down. This is how it has to be at this age, right this moment. In terms of like the final years of my life or anything else like that. I'm still young and everything like that. But yeah. So here at the end of this video, I'm actually going to put up a decent amount of photos and some video of last night's race and everything else like that. I will cut out the images with my siblings just because they're minors and everything like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed the slideshow here at the end, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you again very soon.
The highest eligible driver at the first caution during the NASCAR Xfinity Series race in Daytona, Ross Chastain. And now, please welcome to the stage the General Manager of Kentucky Speedway, Mr. Mark Simmendinger. To recognize the following members from the Lima Lima flight team and thank them for their service to this great country. Lieutenant host of the Sports Shop and Social and Aerial Race. And he's here to give the command to start the engines for tonight's NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Please welcome tonight's Grand Marshal, Major General Jerry Hubble. In tonight's NASCAR Xfinity Series Alsco 300. Starting 38th in the 13, the Crash Flames are us, Toyota. He hails from Scotland. Please welcome John Jackson. Starting 37th in the 74, the Woody Shoes Shriekcon 5 Clothing Chevrolet from Birmingport, Alabama, Mike Harmon. In the 78, the JW Transport LLC Chevrolet from Metamora, Michigan. Here's Vinnie Miller. Starting 35th in the 0, the Victory Lane Quick Oil Change Kendall Oil Chevrolet from Ligonier, Pennsylvania. Here's Garrett Smithley. Starting 34th in the 17 Chevrolet from Ithaca, Illinois, Camden Murphy. Starting 33rd in the 89, the Nissan RV Chevrolet from Ferguson, North Carolina. Here's Morgan Shepherd. Second in the 99, the Art General Contractor Chevrolet from Los Angeles, California, John Jr. Avila. Starting 31st in the 52, the Circle Track Discount Motors Don Adams Chevrolet from Houston, Texas, David Starr. The 15, the team, JDMotorsports.com Chevrolet from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Here's Landon Castle. Starting 29th to the 42, the NBM Motorsports Toyota from Knoxville, Tennessee, Chad Pitchum. Starting 28th in the 28, the MVBackstory.com Toyota. Welcome Shane Lee. Starting 27th in the 35, the Donate Life ProMaster Toyota from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Joey Gates. Starting 26th in the 36, Start Right, Start Run, Sleepwell Chevrolet from Port Charlotte, Florida. Here's Josh Williams. Up next, starting 25th in the 38, the InsuranceKing.com Chevrolet from Owensboro, Kentucky, Josh Felicki. the 4, the Ken Houston Electric Chevrolet from Washula, Florida. Here's BJ McLeod. In the 01, the Rising Star Casino Resort Chevrolet from Asheville, North Carolina. Welcome, Stephen Light. Starting 22nd in the 5, the JF Electric Chevrolet from New Philadelphia, Ohio, Matt Mills. The 93, the RSS Racing Chevrolet, out of Murray Falls, Wisconsin, Jeff Green. Starting 20th in the 66, the MBM Motorsports Toyota from Port Tobacco, Maryland, Timmy Hill. Starting 19th in the 90, the Bassett Gunners and Moore Chevrolet from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, it's Ronnie Bassett Jr. Starting 18th in the 51, the RepairableVehicles.com Chevrolet from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Here's Jeremy Clements. Starting 17th in the 86, the VMSRace.com Chevrolet from Woodbridge, Virginia, Brandon Brown. In the 09, the AVA of Illinois LLC Chevrolet, Colonial Heights, Virginia, Ray Golding. Starting 15th in the 07, the Isokern Fireplaces and Chimneys, Scuba Life Chevrolet from Palm Coast, Florida, Ray Black II. Starting 14th in the 11, Elite Builder Gunner Protection Chevrolet. Winneba, Indiana is his home. Here's Justin Haley. Starting 13th in the 39, the Nidell Contractor Chevrolet from Tucker, Georgia, Ryan Sieg. In the 8th, the shop FGL.com Chevrolet from Mayetta, New Jersey, Ryan Truax. Next up in the 11th starting position, in the 23, the Chevrolet Accessories Chevrolet from Mooresville, North Carolina. Welcome, John Hunter Nemechek. And now let's meet the top 10 starters. Woo! Starting 10th in the 1, the Pilot Flying J Chevrolet from Des Moines, Iowa, Michael Annette. Starting 9th in the 98, the Ford Performance Ford from Mitchell, Indiana. Here's Chase Briscoe. Starting 8th in the 2, the Alsco Chevrolet from Corning, California. Welcome, Tyler Reddick. welcome Brandon Jones. Starting fifth in the double zero, Haas Automation Ford from Ladera Ranch, California, Cole Custer. Starting fourth in the seven, the Silvertime Chevrolet from Riverton, Illinois. Welcome Justin Allgaier. Starting third, driving the number 9 Chevrolet with the fastest qualifying rookie. Welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada, Noah Grigson. Posting his 16th top 10 start. Driving the number 20 Rudd Toyota. Welcome from Norman, Oklahoma, Christopher Bell. And on the pole, driving the number 22 Mazak Ford from Mooresville, North Carolina. Here's Austin Cindric. Austin Cindric is being presented the pole award today with a qualifying time of 29.995 seconds and a speed of 180.030 miles an hour. This is Austin's 4th pole win. Let's hear it for your drivers in today's NASCAR Xfinity Series Alsco 300.
All right, we got another question right there.
I saw you back in 2005 racing for your dad's truck team back in the day. Being a multiple-time winner here at Kentucky, what does this track mean to you, and just how you've progressed in NASCAR in general?
Well, thanks, bud. It's been one of my favorite racetracks for a long time. First off, it's one of my favorite racetracks because I grew up in Michigan, and so I got to drive down to this race every year, which was pretty cool. When I was, too young to race, I would watch it. I remember coming here for, a handful of years. I was here in 2003. I don't know if anybody was here. I was here for Carl Edwards' first win, and back then he and I were friends. Then there was a time where we weren't friends, and now I think we're kind of friends again. So that was a lot of fun, and I'll never forget coming to these races. And then, I have a lot of family just north of here in this area from the. I don't know, does anybody here know Tip City, Dayton area?
Oh yeah!
It's a fair amount of family from just east of there, New Carlisle, and well, good to see you here. Thanks for coming. And so they're all here, so I always have a lot of family that comes to this race, all my mom's side of the family, and so that's always special. Whenever you can do things, with your family, that means a lot to you. We've ran well and won races here, and it's been really special to me to have my family in Victory Lane, or at least my mom's side of the family. So. This track means a lot to me, of course, with the wins and the family and all those things and the tradition and history I've had here. I've been coming here since, the second year was open, 2001, I think it was. So I feel glad to be able to come back every year and know that we're going to have competitive race cars and be capable of winning.
All right.
Joey Logano will muscle by Kyle Busch. He'll take over the second spot. And then we'll have the car move north. Now we'll look at him with this big one. Harvick
Oh my god, did you film all of that? Because I was screaming.